And while I was on maternity leave, I didn't want to, some of the contracts that we had been reduced. And I either needed to look at going back into the workforce, which I didn't want to do because I didn't want to pay full-time childcare for twins, which was going to cost me close to $1,000 a week. And I really wanted to be around for my kids for school drop-off and school pick-up for my older two, and just be around to enjoy my kids. I didn't want to be dropping them off early in the morning and picking them up at night from childcare to have the only time that I spent with them at dinner time, which in my house, and I know in a lot of homes, is typically one of the most stressful times of night, where you're trying to get everybody fed and ready for bed, so you can have some peace and quiet as well. So I was looking around, I was looking at all kinds of things that I could do, and I was looking at Pinterest. I was going to make things. That's what I thought. A mum of four who wasn't really getting any sleep when my twins were only very young, and I thought I was going to make something. I don't know really what planet I was on. I clearly wasn't thinking properly, but I wasn't. And then I came across Facebook, and I came across a post from a lady called Kira, and she was advertising people an opportunity to work from home and create money from working from home in stolen moments. So I took a look, and I came along to an event, and is that it was full of a whole lot of real people just like me, just like everybody that you're going to hear from tonight. So I hope you really enjoy it, and we really appreciate you taking out your time tonight. So I'm going to share with you what it is that's brought us together today. The business that's brought us together is a company called Juice Plus. So this is Juice Plus here. You may have heard of us talk about them being magic beans or juicy beans or something like that. Juice Plus has been around for over 20 years. I was actually really surprised that I hadn't heard of it, because my family's always been into healthy living. My mum had cancer about 16 years ago, and we'd always gone to naturopaths and things, and I was a bit of a Nazi about chemicals in food, and especially since I became a mum, and I also a bit of a Nazi about things that are natural, because I went to naturopaths, so I knew a lot about this kind of stuff, or so I thought. And I used to think that antioxidants were things that came from a tablet that you bought at the health food shop. And what I've realized since I came across Juice Plus is actually that Juice Plus is not like a normal multivitamin. It's actually fruits, vegetables, and berries, and they're actually been put into a capsule. Now you might ask, how do we get it into a capsule? So how do we get it into a capsule is it's actually put into a massive blender, and it's all blended together, and then it goes through a proprietary system where there's no oxygen. It's very, very low temperatures, so to protect all the live enzymes which are in fruits and vegetables. And the water's removed, and when the water's removed, so some of the sugar as well. So all of the sugar as well, which is another really great point I'll get to about Juice Plus in a minute. With Juice Plus, we actually have our own farms that we grow our fruits and vegetables on, so they are grown to the peak of ripeness. So unlike what you buy at the supermarket, which may have travelled for miles on a truck if it's in Australia, or by train or something, or even by air sometimes, it's been in cold storage and it's not at the peak of ripeness. With our product, with our fruits and vegetables that we put into our capsules, they're actually picked at the peak of ripeness, and then within a few hours they will actually go through the blending process. And then after the blending process, they're tested 4 times to check that all the enzymes are still live. So they're actually live enzymes. They're not like a synthetic vitamin that you buy in the supermarket or at the pharmacy. They're actually real living food. So what we call them is the next best thing to fruits and vegetables, because they actually are that. So if you have a look at the label here, it just shows you that that's only ingredients of food. So the fruit one, we've got apple, pineapple, peach, prune, orange, cranberry, papaya, beet, acerola cherry, if I said that right, and date. And these are all things that my body actually recognizes what to eat, what to take. It actually knows what they are, because fruits and vegetables are made out of DNA as we are. So they communicate on a level with our bodies that that we don't even know. If we have a synthetic vitamin, we're actually we're giving our bodies just one thing. Whereas with fruits and vegetables, as an example, an apple has over 10,000 phytonutrients in just one apple. So with Juice Plus, you've got 27 different fruits, vegetables, and berries. And with the 27 different fruits, vegetables, and berries, they've got thousands and thousands of phytonutrients in them. Vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, and all of those things are just one of those phytonutrients or phytochemicals. And so what I love is that there's so many that we haven't even discovered, that scientists haven't even discovered yet. And the beautiful thing about Juice Plus is there's a special blend, and it's been the same blend for over 20 years with our products. And what they do is they know how to work together. They work in synchronicity together, in that part of our bodies that, you know, we're still yet to discover, but that's something that I absolutely love about it. One of the other things about Juice Plus is that it is the most researched nutritional product on the planet. I didn't even know that some things actually did or didn't get researched. I only thought it was for pharmaceutical drugs. But actually, Juice Plus has over 35 published gold class medical journal studies on our products. What I love about that is it actually proves what fruits and vegetables do for us. So antioxidants and fruits and vegetables are actually what helps our bodies to get rid of toxins. They help our bodies to reduce inflammation. So inflammation is caused by you know, our environment that we live in. It can be caused by stress that we're under, all different kinds of things, and it creates things like autoimmune diseases, eczema, psoriasis, loads and loads of diseases. Anything you can pretty much think of is generally caused by inflammation. And fruits and vegetables are basically antioxidants that help our bodies to reduce that inflammation as much as possible. For me, what I loved about the studies that I saw was there were so many that all pointed to how they help to reduce the oxidative stress in our bodies. Now, for me, having watched my mum go through cancer, it was really important for me to have my family on something as an insurance policy. Certainly not a cure, but I want to do everything possible that I can to make sure, A, my mum doesn't get sick again, and that my kids never have to see me go through that. And I never want to see my kids go through that. It's not a nice thing. I'm sure you've probably all experienced someone who's had cancer before. One of my favourite studies that was done on Juice Plus was one around women with ovarian cancer survivors. And just to talk about how it bridges the gap. So in this study, they had one group eat 5 serves of fruits and vegetables a day and take Juice Plus. And in the other group, they had them eat 10 serves of fruits and vegetables a day. And what they noticed at the end of the study is that both groups had the same amount of reduced inflammation, or inflammation markers had been reduced at the same. So it proved that Juice Plus actually helps us to bridge the gap. The other thing that I love about it is, as a busy mum, I know that some days it's really hard for me to get my 5+ a day, which is what's recommended in New Zealand and Australia for that recommended amount of fruits and vegetables. Now, the really scary thing about that is they only recommend 5 because that's what they think we can manage in our diet. And there's something like less than 5% of the population that actually do that. And if we look at the World Health Organization and some of the recommendations coming out of there now, it's between 9 to 12 serves that they're actually recommending people. And that's because we live in such polluted environment now, and also very stressed lives. So our bodies have more inflammation. So we actually have a higher demand. We actually need more probably than what we're getting. So I love the fact that I can bridge the gap with these every day. The other beautiful thing about Juice Plus is we also have a children's health study, and we have children's product. I only have the vegetable ones left at the moment, and I'm running a bit low because my kids love them so much. We have a worldwide children's health study, which we sponsor kids from the age of 4 to 18 for free, if with an adult capsule purchase. And what I love about this is there's over 1 million kids that are on this study, and some of the things that we notice that the children are getting from the Juice Plus study is kids are having less days off school, less visits to the doctor, they're eating more fruits and vegetables than they were before. I know my family, my youngest one, my youngest older one, my middle one, he's 5, but he used to hate cauliflower, and he wouldn't touch anything if it had green in it. And since he's been taking Juice Plus, he absolutely loves cauliflower. When we go to the markets, he loves helping pick fresh fruits and vegetables. His favourite vegetable has been, just this past season, Romanesco, which is a combination between cauliflower. You know, never had he used to have, it used to be an argument in our family. I used to beg him to have 3 more mouthfuls of fruits, of his vegetables at dinner time, and I'd always cook the same one. So it's a great peace of mind for me as mum, knowing that giving them these really yummy little chews that are not full of sugar, that they can have these, which is awesome. So that's one of the things. My oldest son, Leo, he has had 1 day off school this year, which is incredible, and there's been kids getting sick all around him. at school and having a week off or more, and he's only had 1 day, which is amazing, and he hasn't been on antibiotics at all this year, whereas last year he was on antibiotics at least once. So yeah, I really love that fact. My son Leo also had eczema when we started Juice Plus, and he started noticing. We started noticing after a few weeks how his eczema on his face actually disappeared. And that was after we'd been to a specialist who, one of his allergy specialists, who told us to make sure we use the hydrocortisone cream. And as a mum, I'd been really uncomfortable with that for a really long time. And so I wasn't sure that the Juice Plus was going to help, but I wanted to try it. So I was amazed to see that actually fixed that. The other thing about Juice Plus, we noticed loads of people get results with skin diseases and all that kind of thing as well. Reduced inflammation with their psoriasis and their eczema, lowering blood pressure, diabetes getting cured, all different kinds of things. Now what we also know is we have another product with Juice Plus, which is our complete powder. This is a whole food protein. When I found out about this, I was kind of like, oh, I don't really do protein powders, but I actually really love it. And I probably didn't really understand what was all the great things about it. But I love the fact that it's full of 20 superfoods and 8 different vegetables. So I love taking these in the morning instead of toast. It's a fantastic upgrade from those, from toast in the morning, or just not even having breakfast, because when I'm busy trying to get kids to school, sometimes I actually was skipping breakfast. So I love having these. I never get a whole one in my house because the little ones absolutely love them as well. We've got ingredients in here like pea protein, broccoli sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts. We have pumpkin powder, spirulina powder, yucca powder, and mushroom powder. What I love about mushroom powder is mushrooms are the only plant-based source of vitamin D. So these are a great way to get your vitamin D levels up as well, especially in winter in Melbourne, because it's we don't get as much sunshine as other parts of Australia, and same in New Zealand probably too. And we also get niacin in these products, and niacin is a great natural mood booster as well. And what I love about that is I've actually suffered from postnatal depression many years ago after my second son was born, and since I've been taking all the products, I've noticed that my moods have been a lot more balanced than they were before. So I really love that. Oh, sorry, can you see me? I just dropped my phone. So I'm not going to keep talking about all the results that I've had in my family. There's been so many. I could talk for ages, but we're going to hear from Vanessa now, and she's going to share with us a little bit about how long she's been taking Juice Plus for and what she's noticed the results for herself and her family. So are you there, Vanessa? Do you want to take yourself off mute and share with us?
Hi, everybody. My name's Vanessa, and I came across Juice Plus about 4 months ago. I decided to take Juice Plus after I saw it on my friend Joe's Facebook page, and my health hadn't been so good for quite a while. I've had 3 surgeries in the last 18 months. And yeah, things just weren't going well for me. My hair was falling out, my nails were really weak, and they were actually peeling. I had no energy, and I was pretty much living off energy drinks to try and get through the day. And so I thought, this can't be how life is. So I decided to give Juice Plus a try. And now my hair's all grown back and my nails are stronger than ever. And yeah, I don't need energy drinks every day, which is just amazing. So it's just given me so much more energy, and I just feel so much better. So I've got my family on Juice Plus now, and my mum used to take painkillers every day for her arthritis in her hands, and now no longer has to do that. So yeah, really, really happy with this product. So just pass it back to you, Julie.
Thanks, Vanessa. That's I got a bit flustered tonight because my computer's not working, so I'm doing this all on my phone, which just seems a bit strange for me. But I love what you mentioned, because I actually noticed myself being a mum. I was breastfeeding both my kids, and what I loved about Juice Plus is you can actually take it, and it's safe for breastfeeding mums and it's safe for pregnant mums. But I noticed the energy as well within a few days, and I love that because I don't drink coffee, and for other reasons, and not because I didn't like it, but because I couldn't, because it made my anxiety really bad. So when I took Juice Plus, I noticed that I had energy, and I didn't feel like I was missing out on having coffee, because I was getting energy from fruits, vegetables during the day as well. So now we're going to go to Dougie, and Dougie is launching their business tonight. And so where are you, Dougie? Do you want to take yourself off mute and share with everybody perhaps a little bit about what you're excited about the products and what you're excited about business too?
Hi. Yeah, I'm very, very happy. So my name is Dougie, and I got introduced to Juice Plus through my friend Vanessa. And I could see how she, how she changed from being always unhealthy and having all the surgeries going on, that she was happier, more energy, full of life, and surely like her skin was absolutely fantastic, her hair was fantastic, her nails were fantastic. So I questioned her a little bit about the products, and she said, there are capsules and there are powders as well. And I said, okay, that sounds very interesting, tell me more. And so she got me as a customer on board. And and then I got my shakes and I felt better, and I didn't need it like my 1,000 snacks through the day anymore. So I could just have my, as you said as well, Julie, I have my shakes in the morning, and then I have maybe one if I feel a little bit peakish around lunchtime. So this just changed a little bit my being, like I wanted so badly being more healthier and eat more better food and more better, like give my body more good food. So I did this, and then Vanessa put up that she's looking for somebody else, and I do believe in the product, and I see the changes in me, I see the changes in her. So just try to see and do good for everyone else. So I'm initially from Germany, so I told my parents and my friends in Germany. So they're quite excited too, and they want to know more. And I just thought if I can do a little bit a coin on the side to buy, I don't know, another pair of shoes, which I really, really love, that would be cool. Yeah, this is how I think I start my business. It's really exciting. Yeah. And I believe I pass on to Kate.
We're just gonna go to Kate, and she's gonna share a little bit with us about what the rest of the so about what the business is about, which is very simple.
Cool. I'm here. Can everyone hear me all good? Give me a thumbs up, because I'm in a really echoey room. I've just moved house, and I'm literally sitting here with a bucket of Radox with my feet in it because they're so sore. So I hope you guys can hear me okay. But I'm Kate, for those of you that may not have met me or before. I'm a mum of one beautiful little boy, and I started this business about a year ago, and I started just to be able to make a little bit of extra money from home. I didn't want to miss out on all those amazing moments with my son, and yeah, the whole thing made sense to me. Obviously, you hear these stories, and it's the most incredible product, and I absolutely loved it. So in saying that, when I did take a look at the business, before I did, I was like, oh my God, is it going to be one of those things? And, I'm going to be that awkward person that everyone's like, oh my God, Kate's here, and she's going on about that stuff, and she's kind of attacking everyone. And I was like, I don't want to be that. I don't want to do that. I'm way too cool for that. So I had some questions, and when I was showing this event, just like you guys are watching tonight, I saw this part of it that shared about how the business works and a little bit about traditional business and a little bit about this. And I thought, you know what? I can't believe this. It made so much sense to me. It was really simple, and I was like, I wish I knew about this when I was 18. So I'm going to share it with you guys and hopefully just give you a little bit more of insight about how it all works. I've drawn a picture already because it'll just be way easier than me trying to draw here. Where are we? Make sure I got the right one. So if we take a look at traditional business, as we call it, for me, I used to work in the finance industry. I was in the bank, and when I started off in the bank, there was me down here. I was a teller. That's where I started. As soon as you went into the bank, you pretty much generally start as a teller. Most people I knew did anyway. And like any sort of business structure, you always have levels that you can kind of work your way through. So we got, me at the bottom. We've got the big guy or girl up the top. That was a CEO. I don't even know who mine actually was, because I was like, there's no way I'm getting up there ever. So when we all start off, we start off somewhere in the ladder. I started off down here, and when I looked up, And I thought, you know what? I want to move up. I want to be successful, you know, and if I'm being successful, then I kind of head my way up to the top, wherever, as far as I can make it. But there were so many of my friends down here, you know, I'd made friends, I was going out for drinks, we were catching up, all of us girls and stuff that were tellers, and we all wanted to move up. So when one position came up, that might have been, you know, say a personal banker, and I was like, oh my God, I really want to be a personal banker, and I'd be like, oh my God, me too, and then I was like, okay, this is really awkward, like, there's one job and like 5 of us, and we have to kind of like jump on top of each other to try and move through, you know, or go for the position. So it kind of became a little bit awkward, and I hated that about it. I was like, oh, you know, maybe we just don't talk about it and that'll be better, and whoever gets it, oh well, like maybe I'll try later. And to be honest, guys, one of the hardest things for me was that it was all about selling. You know, we had to sell this and kind of get the customers, and I wasn't very good at that. So I was like, well, there's no way I'm probably going to get it anyway, because I can't even move my way up, because I can't sell and I ain't moving. So that was really hard, and when we took a look at traditional business. So the other side of it was that, you know, we all had this kind of dream of moving up here. And as you actually worked your way further up the levels, I started to notice a pattern in most jobs where as you worked your way up, you started to have a whole lot of less time. So suddenly you're crazy busy. You might be getting like a little bit more money. In my case, it wasn't a whole lot if you moved from here to a personal banker or something. You didn't get heaps more. You ended up spending way longer. They were always staying back after work. I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I want to go home now. 5 o'clock hits, I'm out the door. And they weren't doing that. So I'm like, oh, maybe this is looking, you know, I don't know about moving all my way up. And then when you look at the CEO position, I'm like, that guy doesn't even leave. And everyone's like, it's freedom, get to the top. And it's like, woo, you know, I'm going to be absolutely rich. I'm going to have so much time and so much money. And I'm like, I don't know, like maybe you'll be definitely getting some more money, but you don't have a hell of a lot more time. You'd hardly see your family. And for me, that was, you know, one of my biggest values is that I got to spend time with my family, and that would start to lose. So that's a little bit about looking at, you know, what traditional business is like, or at least what it was for me. You know, it's different for everyone, but for me, this is how I felt when I looked at myself down the bottom and I looked at the top position as I moved my way up. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that is pretty much how it works. And it is, you know, that typical sort of pyramid structure. And yeah, it definitely does work. So when we look at our business and look at Juice Plus, we literally use that structure because, yes, it is a strong structure and it works, but we flip it upside down. So if we just literally flip it upside down just like that, one of the coolest parts is every single person starts at the same position. We all start as a virtual franchisee. That's one of the coolest bits. It's like, you're not better than me, or you're this or you're that, and you're better at this, so you're just going to start here. We all start at the bottom, and we all get to do it together. So there's obviously, again, there's levels, there's you know, spots that you can move up, and as we move up positions, the difference again from traditional business is that there's so many spots. So one, anyone can do it. Anyone can move their way up. It doesn't matter who you are, what background you came from, you know, whether you've ran businesses in the past, which there's so many people that have, whether you're a mum like me and you're at home, and, you know, anybody can do it. You also get to help people, so, and teach people. I always thought, oh God, you're going to have to try and sell to everyone or something. And you literally just teach people how to do this business. You help them. We pull them up together, and we all move up together. I do this with all of my friends, so it's really, really cool and really fun. And I'm like, you know, as I'm going up and they're going up, I'm like, whoa, guys, we're reaching the top. Like, we're heading our way up, and it's really, really fun. So it's really different than what I was in before. And as we're working our way up, guys, when we look at the top position here of NMD, or National Marketing Director, don't worry about the names. I don't even know what half of them still are called. I just kind of say NMD, that'll do. But there's literally unlimited amounts of positions at the top. That's like, it's not like, oh my God, there's only one position and who's all going for it. It's like, guys, let's all go. And if you don't want to go all the way to the top, you know what? That's sweet as well. You can go wherever you want on this business. It doesn't matter what it is for you, whether it's $500 or more. And everyone's different. And I love that it's just acceptable as whatever this may be for you. So that's a little bit about that. I hope it gave you guys a little bit of insight as to how it works, because I know when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, like, that is so different than what I thought. Another one of the things that I know a lot of people, you know, have concerns with, like, oh God, I don't know if I know a lot of people. So I was one of those people too, and, you know, as I said, I was a mum, and I had been from New Zealand, and I live in Australia, and it's like I don't have a massive crew of people that are around me. So Emma, I believe, Emma's going to go through a little bit about some of the fears of not knowing like enough people and stuff. So I'll flick it across to you, Emma, and if you just can share that and unmute yourself, we'll go from there.
Thanks, Kate. What an amazing evening we have tonight. It's so awesome, and I feel so honoured to be part of this event. And I will be talking about how you don't need to know a lot about a lot of people in this business. But first of all, I'm actually going to be introducing Petra, who is going to be launching her business tonight. So Petra, if you're there, can you take yourself off mute, please, hon?
Hi.
Awesome. I'm going to come and find you and spotlight you. Just bear with me. You just start talking.
Hi.
Yep.
I'm originally from Hawke's Bay. I currently live in Darwin, Northern Territory. I started this about a month and a half ago. I've been taking it for about 6 weeks now. And what I've noticed the most is I work as a childcare worker. So I work with a lot of kids, and I get sick nearly once every couple of weeks with kids that have got snivelly noses and flu and all that kind of thing. Since taking it, I haven't gone sick in 6 weeks, so that's amazing for me. Also, I love about business is that I get to talk to different people. I'm very much I came from a hospitality background, so talking to different people is a big thing for me. And be able to learn different people's stories and just generally having fun while getting paid to do so, which is, it's not a hard business either. Like, I've looked at a lot of different businesses online. I'm 24, so I've looked at a lot of different ways to earn different sort of money, and this is the one that kind of resonated with me in particular. Talking to Kylie, who's my upline in Australia. It was more the fact that it was more like a family than it is anything else. You're not exactly selling it. It's more, this is what your experience is and this is what your story is, and people tend to resonate from that. And generally it's just a fun community that it's more about supporting each other than it is about anything in particularly selling it. It's more about supporting each other, and the way, that's really how you get I've already got a team member in 5 weeks, so it's not hard. It's really telling your story and the way you tell it, and that's how I've got my customers is through a lot of sites on Facebook, really, and just generally talking about my story, and it seems to resonate with a lot of people because I work in childcare and I know children get sick quite frequently. And yeah, that's the way I've built my customer base is and my business, from just talking about my own story. Thanks.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm also in Darwin as well, so that's awesome. We'll have to get together. We do events up here, so we'll have to get together sometime and do that. But that was a story, and so true. So much of this business, it's not about who you know. And I know for myself, I'm pretty much like Kate, a stay-at-home mum, really just got into this business. I wanted more energy and I wanted a little bit of extra money. My family had just moved to Darwin. We've been here for just over a year now, and I didn't know anyone. So when this business idea did come to me, I thought, oh my goodness, how will I do this business? I really don't know anyone. But when I really thought about it, you don't actually need to know many people, and that's what I was taught when I first came in. So when I first came into the business, I came in as myself, obviously, and I reached out to one of my beautiful friends, Sarah, who was a single mama who was working full-time, and I know that she didn't have a huge amount of income, and I also knew she had a few health issues that I thought this might help her with. She thought it was amazing and she jumped on board, so that was really cool. And then Sarah had a friend, Monica, who was a mama, or was soon to be mama, and didn't want to return to her job as a hairdresser. So she saw the potential in it and she jumped on board and was loving the extra energy as a new mama, as you do. And, you know, and since then, other people who, like my mum jumped on board. She really loved what the products were doing for her. She's a teacher. She was also looking for a little bit of extra income. And she also had another teacher friend join her, another lady. And, you know, it just started to really grow. And before I knew it, you know, people just join you because, as Petra shared, you just share your story, people get attracted to that, and they're more than, you know, they want to jump on board, they want to be a part of that, and that's what's so exciting. We don't rope anybody into this. We're not a sign-up club. We don't make any money off signing people up. We just we just share our story, and people love that, and they love, you know, hearing about what the products could possibly do for them, and as well as this amazing business opportunity, because that, you know, it really can give you that a little bit of financial freedom for your family. You know, it could pay your grocery bill, and it could even be more than that. So that's so amazing what this can offer for you. And so, you know, and I liken this business to sort of like popcorn. So, you know, your old-fashioned popcorn, you put it on the stove, it's popping away, you take it off the stove, and then before you know it, it's just popping away even when your foot's off the stove. So your foot's off the pedal, your pot's off the stove, I meant to say. So even when, you know, you might have a week off or something might happen or you might need to step away for a little while, your business just grows organically because the people in there are invested in it as well. So they want success. So they're constantly adding to it. So your business just grows in spite of what you do, which is really, really, really cool. I also like to show that in sort of in numbers, because I guess it's a bit of a different look, and it's quite astounding when you actually look at it in terms of a numbers point of view. So when you come in, obviously you're one person, and you know, this is a teaching business, so we teach others what we know, and that we pass that information down, so we duplicate. So when you come in, you're one person, and we like to show you, so you might start out, you'll teach 2 people how to do the business. Then those 2 people will teach another 2 people how to do the business. And then those 2 people teach 2 people, those 4 people teach 2 people. And then, as you can see, before you know it, you've easily got more than 60 people in your business. And how many people did you teach? You taught 2. And the real magic can happen is if when you teach 3 more people and you look at teaching 5 people, and it's crazy when you start looking at it like this. And all you're doing instead of teaching 2 people is teaching 5. So just 3 extra people. And if those 5 people teach 5 people, those 25 people teach 5 people, and then so on and so forth. And that that number blows my mind. And you certainly don't need over 3,000 people in your business to be successful at this. But isn't it just crazy what can happen when you teach 5 people how to do this business and then teach them how to teach 5 people? It can explode. And that's just the amazing thing about this business and this community. Is the duplication that we see going on. So I'm going to pass to James now, and he's going to talk about the really fun stuff, which is the money side of the business. So I'll pass it over to James.
Awesome. Oh, that's man, I'm unmuted. Take myself off mega screen view. G'day, everybody. What a beautiful night. I'm not sure where you're located, but what a beautiful night out there, hey, and congratulations if you're getting on to your girls who've launching your business tonight. Just hats off to your beautiful stories, and just great to hear. Petra, what you said, you love hearing people's stories. So do I. I've got to say, I've been on this product now for 9 years. Health-wise, I don't get sick. That, for me, it's just bridged the gap in the most massive way that I could ever have got. I feel always on top of my game, health-wise. I love it. And Petra, to hear people's stories like you, that's always juiced me. I just love it. So I've got one more new story to hear tonight too, and I want to introduce Miriam. She's launching her business. She's just got started. What a gorgeous smile you have. I'm not sure if I take you off mute or Emma does, but let's hear how did you get into this, and, you know, what excites you and what can you see this being for you?
Okay, well, I see this being a whole new business and a whole thing I believe in. I was very skeptic when I first saw Emma posting her stuff on Facebook. I followed Emma for about 7 months. Then I was curious and I said, okay, what's the deal? And she told me all about it, and I said, okay, I want to try these capsules first and find out what they are and how brilliant they are. So the first thing I did, as a healthy person I am, is check the ingredients as soon as I got them. So I checked that little list down the side of the tube, and oh my God, it was everything that I wanted in a capsule. It was unbelievable. I've never seen it's not a vitamin. I've never seen something like that before, and so I was very willing to try it. And it's given me so much energy. I don't sleep in anymore. I just can't. I'm not tired anymore. It's awesome. And then I thought, well, if I believe in such a product, why not promote it? And then the community behind all this with JP is just awesome. It's just beautiful community. You've got so much support. And if you've got any questions or anything like that, you just ask, and they give you so much. And the recipes and the nutritional, I've got very passionate about it. I try not to word vomit over everyone, like they say, and especially with my friends when I'm telling them all about it. It's just really hard not to word vomit. But at the same time, it's something I believe in, and I think one day I want to be able to go around schools and teach nutrition to school kids, because unfortunately in Australia we are one of the most obese nations, and due to the fact that we have no education in schools of teaching nutrition, I would love to be that volunteer that goes around to schools and have enough money to be able to do that as a volunteer, not be paid to do it. So that's my story.
That's awesome. I love it. And I'm sure all of us on mute loved hearing that and can absolutely sense your passion, your vitality, and nothing will hold you back if you put your mind to it. I can see that's who you are, and I got full faith in this product. I think you do already too. So congratulations and welcome aboard. We look forward to hearing more stories and successes and all of that ahead.
All right, thank you.
And to all of you with launching your business tonight. So guys, who's ready to hear a little bit about the money? And I'm serious. I've been scribbling some numbers down here. You know what? I'm going to blow you away, right? And if you're just new or you've been around a while or whatever you want to hear, this is just going to be nuts, right? Because I've been around money. I love money. I've been working since I was 10 years old. All right. I've had my own business. I've been an entrepreneur in that space. I've worked commission sales. I've worked very hard. I've made a lot of money. But the money in this business blows my mind still. The potential in this, and there's a couple of keys to that. All right. I'll be a little bit systematic. I don't want to segue too hard, but let's think it through. In this business, very simply, we get paid 3 ways. Now, I've worked lots of jobs. I'm sure many of you have. All right. I've never been paid 3 ways. The first way, we get paid, dodgy pen, hopefully you can see. Oh, no, too high. For retail profit. All right. The beauty of this business is you sign up to a franchise, $160, $170 for a franchise, and then the company will give you a website. You've got to do nothing for that. You get your own website. They run all the billing, all the warehousing, all the shipping. You simply talk about it with people. People say, I want to place an order. They do that. The company takes care of everything, and they're going to put money in your bank account for that. Beautiful. Okay. I used to work in a shop. The shop got the money. All right. But this way, you get a cut of that. You've absolutely done that. The company takes care of all of it. It's awesome. The second way we get paid is commission. All right. Hands up to any of you. Hands up who's worked on commission before. Few of you. Easy gig. Right? No, not that easy. All right. Takes a while, doesn't it? And you're often capped on that. In my roles, and I've worked in real estate and I've worked in the wine industry, I'd always worked and seen that it was something that I had to really, the more I wanted to make, I thought, the more I had to keep it towards me. I worked in an office once. You used to have to lock your desk or someone would steal your leads, right? You're so fearful around your own commission and stuff. Terrible. And I know that in me generated a belief that, well, I'm going to do this alone. If it's to be, it's up to me. I don't want any help. Get out of my way. No one's here to help me. What we heard Emma talk about with the popcorn and the power of numbers, and Katie talk about with the helping business, that is, it's a remarkable thing for me to still wrap my head around. The more people you help, the bigger your business gets. It's nuts. You link arms with people, you share your knowledge, you share your resources, your skills, your training. You can have a massive business. And that's where the commission really kicks in. Over the years, the company rewards you for building a team, and the team that builds a team, and a team that builds a team. Whatever the figure is in your mind that blows your mind, put a 0 on the end of it, and this company can deliver it. I really mean that. All right? It truly, truly is remarkable. It takes a while to build that up, though. Build your commission. What I love about it is you can get a commission check in your first month. I worked in real estate once, 6 months before I even got my first check, and I was so much in debt with the company by then that none of it was mine. This is nuts, right? Debit credit system. This is money in your account, commission straight up. But what we love about this, because it's going to take you a little while to get a really decent, a couple of grand in the bank on commission, you're going to get paid bonuses. All right? And the bonuses start for you in the first week and a half. All right? Now, what's nuts about this, we heard that we all enter the business as a virtual franchisee. If you can hit your first mark of SDVF, okay, you can get a bonus for doing that. Take your 40 days, $400 bonus. All right, remarkable. And because this is a teaching business, the person who taught you also gets a $400 bonus. All right. Now, in my family, I said we've been taking this product for 9 years. And like you, Miriam, we were skeptical. We did have questions. We wanted to answer. We sat in the sidelines for probably a few years, right? But when we finally got going, it was for this sort of money. It was how can we get, and Linda really drove that, how can we afford decent, nice takeaway once a week? So we had 3 little babies, 3 under 3.5. I was never home because I had this crap job where I was trying to make a living, never home. How can we do that? How can we get some help around the house? $400 was going to change our life. All right? Remarkable. You get a hold of the business, you start introducing people, and you got team and all the rest. And the next level you get to, well, you get there, you can get a $600 bonus, and you guessed it, the person who taught you gets a $600 bonus. All right? Next level up, senior sales coordinator, $1,200 bonus, and again, $1,200 for the person that taught you. All right? Now, all of this can happen and come through. It's about maybe a 5 or 6 month mark for some people. This might be 8 to 12 months. You want to do it faster, you can. Whatever you want to earn in this, we can teach you how. Next level up, QNMD. That's my level. I did it pretty slow, guys. I did have a fairly good upline who was able to get there and run it pretty hard in Linda, but I'm a QNMD. When I got there, $1,500 bonus, and guess what? Person who teaches you, $1,500 bonus. And as we get smart in this business, we learn more. My wife taught me that was $3,000 in our account that month. Actually, they stretch it out over a few months. They make it qualify and then they pay you over 3. But $3,000 bonus, it got real to me at that point, I'll be honest. That's when shit got real. Because I'd had about a $2,000 commission check, and I picked up a sponsor bonus on Kate's brother Ben for $600, and then I got my Q bonus, and Linda got that, and I thought, that's about $5,000 this month. I can make money in this business. All right, we keep going. We heard about the top level, NMD, $3,000 bonus when you get there. Now, when you get there, you've got a strong business. Your commissions are now very strong. The person who taught you has a stronger business. They don't get the $3,000 bonus. But they will also be on, and we all are on, a second bonus structure. All right, I said I'll blow your mind tonight. I've done my numbers. The tally on this, $6,800, $6,800. You're going to pick up in just bonuses along the way. But here's how it works. You can't get to that position unless you help people, unless you have people who are doing it as well. You get the sponsor bonuses. All right? Now let that sink in. If we go 5 wide, like Emma said, you're going to have 5 Qs. The bonus is on 5 QNMDs in your business to you, and their sponsor bonuses getting there is another $19,000. All right? We're cracking now, right? This is game on, because this is on top of your commission check. All right? Now, the final one for bonuses, and I said I'd talk about money tonight, is you get a third type of bonus. It's called for clubs. Don't worry about what that really means, other than when a business gets strong enough, when someone you've taught, Kate, we're Hippie Hana, Ben, these guys in my business, when their business is strong enough, it qualifies. You get an extra kicker on your commission for that. Happy days. Okay. You also, as they accumulate and you get more clubs, get bonuses for how many clubs you have. Right? You get them at 3 club, 12 club, 24, 50, and 100. Right? The bonuses for doing that, in total, you get all the way up the top, 25,000. Right? I ran the numbers. So 6,800 for you getting to NMD. You bring 5 Qs with you, another 19,000. By then you're going to hit 100 club and there's 25,000. That's over 50,000 in bonuses. That's nuts. Right? They're the bonuses. And I'll tell you guys, by the time you're there, if you can build a business like that, and Laurie Cameron says it very, very simply. He said, I worked out, wow, the first 100 was his most telling because he tried things, he'd done other stuff, he'd done all of that. The first $100 that went in his account, he went, holy shit, it's actually real. I did get some money. Wow. And he thought, well, if I can make 100, I can make 200. If I can make 200, I can make $2,000. If I can make $2,000 and teach someone else how to get $2,000, then this can be as big as I imagine. This can have the popcorn effect. This can have 3,125 people when I don't even work that month. And that's what happens, guys. And we see that. And when you get up at this level and you're collecting this bonus and you've got some big, big money coming in each month, that's remarkable. And you hear the stories about the health, they blow your mind. Because you know you're not only doing something that is achieving your widest financial dreams, but you're doing something that is helping families, helping people, helping babies, helping people who are stuck. The stories I've heard about this product, helping babies, people who are sick, it still makes me well up. It did Thursday night. Kate We're Hippie was there. It's remarkable. That's our mission. Always thought in life. Find something that you can be passionate about. All right? Surround yourself with good people and then go like hell. All right? Now, in our team, we have the mantras. We love you whether you do a little or a lot. We take you as you are and you go at your own pace. My pace was pretty slow and I'm cool with that. I love that. But I've never stopped the dream. I've never stopped that flame being alive and what could be. All right? You want to go fast? You want to earn $2,000 a month? We show you how. You want to earn 5 a month? We show you how. You want to earn 20 a month? It's going to take a certain amount of time, but we can show you how, because we've done it. People are doing that. And we are on a mission at the fastest growing team tribe in the world. And it's because of events like this and people like us, people like all of you, people like me, listening and sharing. It's all we do. We use the product, we talk about it, and we share our results. All right? So ask yourself, guys, as you're sitting there, whether it's a month in or 2 years in, what's this product doing for my body? Really? What's it doing? Keep grateful about that. On my low days, I think of that. I think, what if we didn't share with that person? The gratitude you get from that will lift you up, right? Think about the money if you want. You know, what's a big, scary figure that blows your mind? Okay, put it on a board, write it down. Put it somewhere on your vision board. You can get that, you know? And then ask yourself, what if? What if? Lauren Slocum asked Linda that question 9 years ago. Well, it was actually 7. We had the product, and 2 years in, Lauren was coming to see Linda. She was coming from the US. Linda's like, I've got my excuses sorted out. I know what I'm going to say when she says you're going to do this business. And Lauren just said, well, what if you could? What if you could? What if you could have all that you dreamed of? What if you could help people beyond measure? What if you could do something that built for your entire life? Every job I've had, every sales position, every commission, every sale, everything I've done, I've walked away. It's done. There's no more. Every conversation, everything I can do on this, I build for the rest of my life. And I know many of you get that, and you're in it for that reason too. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm going to wrap it up there. Emma will probably take us off mute. We can all say hi and bye and all those things. Thank you for listening in. If it is, you're in the piece, get in touch with the person who got you on the call. Ask your questions. You should have some. We're all going to have them. Tune in. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Yay.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for all the cool everyone who got on.
Thanks, James.
Thank you.
See ya.